Hey there everyone, Captain Beers here, bringing you another Gears video. Let's get it. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you a few things. I'm lagging a little bit here. This is Gears of War 4, obviously. Now, what we're going to be talking about is Gears 5. And a huge problem. I know a lot of people are thinking that mouse and keyboard have a huge advantage over controller players. And honestly, I would say that would definitely be the case if the movement was the exact same from Gears of War 4 into Gears of War 5. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, it is not. Wall bouncing in Gears 4 is pretty simple as long as you change the keybinds. I have a video on that. And you can just pretty much swipe back and forth on your mouse. Like that, pretty much. So you just go back and forth on your mouse and wall bounce. Just like that. That's pretty much how you wall bounce on mouse and keyboard on the PC, because the other way to do it would be to hold W to go towards a wall and then press S to cancel, just like that. But you can't consistently do that into walls without being slowed down by shots and stuff like that. So this movement right here, that movement is extremely easy to do in Gears 4, extremely possible and stuff like that. You could do it on the controller too. Some would even say it's much easier to do on the controller and it's a lot faster. But on mouse and keyboard, it just feels good on Gears 4. It's smooth and all that other stuff. Now here's where the problem lies. I'm going to go ahead and cut to Gears 5, some arcade mode, and show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, so I hopped in an arcade here, guys. Now I'm going to show you the ginormous problem that is in Gears 5. Now, it's not in Gears 4, it's only in 5, you're going to notice, is when you wall bounce in 5 on the mouse and keyboard, you get stuck to walls. So in 4, what I was doing is I would go to a wall, turn towards another wall bounce, turn towards another wall bounce, and what it does is it automatically cancels the wall bounce. But in this one, I get trapped. Your character sticks to the wall. You will not cancel that wall bounce unless you look away fast, right? So as you can see, like if I want to go towards this wall and cancel without pressing the S key, I would have to kind of look away while holding W, which is a-okay. But when it comes to repeated wall bouncing, you might not want to go all the way towards the wall and then try to look away. You might want to do a little juking movement, and you cannot do that on mouse and keyboard in Gears 5. Now, I shouldn't say you can't, because you can. The only way to do it, though, is pressing the S key. Now, if you've played on mouse and keyboard for a while, then you would know us mouse and keyboard users, we rarely use the S key. Pressing back on the S key is only for certain movements, like doing back A's and stuff like that. So, popping around that corner, that's where I'll press the S key. It's a very short movement, so you really don't want to go towards a wall and then, see, it's extremely hard to do. Go towards a wall, press S to go towards another wall. S, see, it's almost impossible, especially with wall bouncing, because it's such a fluid movement. So, do I think you're completely screwed using mouse and keyboard on the PC, I mean on Gears 5? No, I do not think you're completely screwed. I think if you practice enough and you utilize your movements right, you can make it work. For instance, if I know somebody's around that corner, I might be able to juke them out with some strafe runs, and then get some, but it'd be much smoother if I can easily just wall bounce, but I can't do that because I'm too busy sticking to walls. As you can see, guys, it's like very, very suckish in my words. Now, I have a SCUF controller right here. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. So as you can see, now I'm using a controller. My keybinds are not really set on the SCUF right now. I shouldn't say keybind. My remap is not really tuned right now on my SCUF controller, so forgive me for kind of like pressing buttons all over the place. And it's one of those old SCUF controllers, so I can't really change the mappings. But wall bouncing is extremely easy on the controller because it's just flicking the stick back, right? So you go towards the wall, flick the stick back, go towards the wall, flick the stick back, and you pretty much just combo those movements going to side towards a wall. So I would like I said, sorry about that, guys. So juking people on a controller is just so much more simpler. So much simpler, right? Like that guy, like that's a real player, by the way. And I just went towards him, juked him out a little bit. And he was probably like, what is this guy doing? So now, as you can see, I'm no professional with the controller, especially in this Gears 5, because it does feel a little bit different. But I can honestly say, guys, I'm definitely going to be using a controller in Gears 5. Yes, I would say mouse and keyboard does have their advantages. When it comes to aiming wise, mouse and keyboard wins in the aim department all day, right? You know, like that shot I probably would have hit it on mouse and keyboard. And it's just mildly different, right, when it comes to the aiming department. But with a game like Gears, where movement is really key, right, then, of course, teammate, thank you for that. Oh, here we go. Let me get out of here real quick. Alright, so when it comes to the movement department, you know, you're not, especially in the higher ranked standards, you're never really gonna, I'm an Onyx player right now. You're never gonna do this. If I'm around this corner and there's a person around that corner right here, you're never in the high competitive level gonna just run straight up like this and go towards him. That's not gonna happen, right? No, what's gonna end up happening is he's gonna start wall bouncing towards you, or you're gonna start wall bouncing towards him, and it's just gonna be a fight that's just gonna look something like that. It's gonna look something exactly like that. Now, to do that on, that must have been a PC player. But to do that on, not PC player, I meant a bot, the guy with the sniper there. So, but to do that on mouse and keyboard, it's extremely hard because I'm sticking, right? Now, let me go ahead and pick up the mouse and keyboard real quick, right here, and I'll run to an opponent real quick and try to wall bounce towards him. Like I said, with the aiming being so good on PC, you know, you can do your plays here. There's a guy right here, so I'm gonna... You see how I kind of like slid all the way towards the wall? Yeah, you see that? You know, you could see that a mile away, right? Whereas if I'm just kind of canceling, right? So now I'm using the controller here, as you can see. And if I had the same angle, right? Damn. Well, match ended. Well, you guys understand what I'm saying. If I had the same kind of angle, instead I can cancel my movements much sooner, which becomes a huge thing in the competitive side of Gears. So guys, for Gears 5, I'd highly recommend definitely picking up a controller, because yes, now you can use mouse and keyboard on all systems, and yes, a lot of people are always going to say, oh, it's mildly better, it's way better. Gears 5 is a lot about movement, so make sure you take that into consideration. But those are my 2 cents on it. So yes, I do think right now, I think mouse and keyboard players are kind of screwed. I think you should definitely use the controller. But that's just my opinion. Other than that, guys, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay positive. Peace out.